Good evening, folks. Harden here, back with yet another Eve Echoes DIR Reflections video. Again, it's I think Thursday evening here. I actually haven't played the last two phases, the last 2 hours. Sorry, the last two sessions of this. One is at 4 a.m. my time in the morning, and the other one is at midday. And I was out with the kids today. It's a public holiday here in Malaysia, so didn't have the chance today. So I'm actually pleased that I'm still actually in the top 40 here. You can see with my second Mary and Harden daughter at 35 and 36, and Harden at 41. Had a good session last night. I think I played around, again, I didn't exactly count, but it was around 21, 22 games. Actually won every single one apart from the last one when I came up against a nightmare team. In fact, the guy here, let me see if I can find who it was. Yeah, it's this Yatsuki guy. He's now beaten me twice recently. He's an Apoc. I think it's a couple of Apocs with a nightmare, and some of the nightmares I'm able to kind of just drift out of range, keep tanking, just keep hitting and gradually wear them down. But when they come accompanied with snipers, basically I've got no chance. So anyway, I'm going to do a few more matches tonight and see if I can drag my overall score up a little bit. Again, as I said, it's a bit tough at the moment with these nightmares because I don't know how the scoring works exactly, but I can win 20 games and I can lose one, and I can drop like 10 places from just losing that one game. So it's a bit of a grind at the moment, but I'm still enjoying it. So I will continue to do my best. Anyway, we'll jump into the action for tonight. Jump into faction war games. I just need to check my fleet is all confirmed. There we go. It's 8:08 is here, so I missed the first 8 minutes already as well. Let's click on start. Okay, yeah, my other two ships are joining in as well, and we'll see how we go tonight. We'll see what we get and see if things go well or poorly. I'm finding that it is getting tougher as we go on. Everyone is that little bit better. Everyone's a little bit smarter. This is definitely actually a great training tool for kind of small gang battleships. Just a pity that you don't really get that much opportunity to use them in the game. Well, especially for someone like me who basically I'm on the wrong time zone from the rest of my alliance. I don't really get much chance to join CTAs and such like. All right, so here we go. Get my tank on first. For some reason my tank is taking a long time to load up on my other two screens. There we go. And let's focus fire on the Apoc. Always need to take those down first. And actually let's zoom out so I can actually see what's happening. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start moving away from these guys because there's at least two snipers here. That Raven could be hitting out this distance as well. I'll leave my other ship in front. So yeah, I'm starting to do some damage now on the Apoc. So let's get the target painters on and the ballistic controls on my other two accounts, and then we're going to lock up the Raven next. Yeah, I feel sorry for these two battleships because basically they've got the guy here in the Condor who's really going to provide absolutely zero assistance to them. So actually I don't need to run away at all. I'm just going to approach this guy because basically he's using missiles. So there's don't need to worry about kind of tracking or anything like that. Basically, if he's in range, his missiles are going to hit, so it doesn't matter whether I'm drifting away, drifting at angle, whatever. If he can hit me, then he's going to with those missiles, so I might as well close in. And let's lock up the Condor anyway. I assume it's a Condor. Again, my ship recognition skills aren't that good. Let's do some extra damage on that. Okay, we've got the Condor now. Again, he looks like he's zooming around a bit, but he's going to have 3 target painters on him. And we'll see if he's clever enough to come in close. I might as well turn off my shield boosters here. He might stay at range. We shall see. Well, he's coming in for now. I actually finished drones expert level 5 yesterday. which means my Valkyries now do 4,500 meters a second. So he might be in for a bit of a surprise with that. I haven't done that on all 3 accounts, just the one so far. Actually didn't mean to do that. Let's get my, oh, he's actually in web range. Let's get the web and NOS onto him. There we go. And yeah, he's screwed now. Am I actually shooting him? No, I'm not. Okay, let's shoot him. There we go. I have 1 web on each of my ships, so when they do come in close, that's pretty much it. What I find is if you don't actually slap the web on straight away, they get a bit cocky. They think you haven't got one. So it's often better to wait a little while. It's not like the interceptors are actually going to do any serious damage to you. It's not as if they're flying with Master Yoda and backed up with about 20 of them. Then you might worry a little bit. But in this thing, when there's only 1, you can basically tank them all night. All right, so that's the first game. Not the most exciting. We'll jump into the next one. See how this one goes. Got here. Okay, so we've got that Raven again. I think it's the same one, I'm not sure. My primary here is going to be the Dominics though, because I think I've said it before, I find Dominics are quite squishy. I will start moving away from them just in case. And yeah, I'll just wait till my missiles start hitting. I'm going to lock up the Raven once again. The Prophecy doesn't really worry me. And there we go. So I can now stick on my damage controls and my target painters. And that Raven seems to be approaching. So again, drifting out of the way just buys me a little bit more time while I kill off the Dominics. Yeah, this Dominix is quite tanky. Actually, I'm going to have to approach because I'm actually drifting out my own range here. That's a bit silly. I could switch back onto... Well, actually, I think the Dominix has dived out of range, so that's okay with me because basically I'm just going to take down the Raven instead. Let me just see. I'll just get these guys orbiting. There's very minimal damage coming in so far. I don't know what the Raven. He's probably dropped some sentries. So we will lay the damage onto the Raven while the Dominic stays at range on half shields. He obviously hasn't got an active tank, so doesn't really. Oh god, I'm still not shooting this guy. That was so stupid. I'm still not shooting. Well, I've wasted a lot of time here, so if I do lose, this is completely my own fault. Some real stupidity there. I'm going to put on the damage control. This Raven may be coming in for a shot. I will lock up the Prophecy anyway. Okay, so I am hitting the Raven now, so I will turn on my ballistics on my other 2 accounts. I've got 2 ballistics on each of those. And I'm just going to keep an eye on that Dominic, so if he starts coming back into range, then I will switch again. Yeah, this Raven is he's got a lot of shield extenders there, but again, with my DPS, and actually now, let's put the webs on, and newts. In fact, let's orbit this guy. Again, doesn't really make that much difference orbiting a missile ship, but let's do it anyway. Okay, there we go. So we will now shoot the Prophecy. Let's see how long he lasts for. At the moment, basically, you can see there's a sliver off on Harden. That's the only one they've shot so far. And I might as well actually the target painted. Well, there we go. The Prophecy just melted. Okay, so that Dominix is going to stay at range. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach the central beacon. I could start trying to shoot down his sentry drones, but I'm not going to bother because, as I said, the incoming damage is so small. So I will just approach this, and again, at some point he'll be forced to come in. It won't happen immediately because he's but I am approaching. I've got one of my ships is just 109, so once I creep in to 105 I will start doing some damage. Maybe I will kill the drones. Let's just lock them up anyway, so at least just make his life a bit of a nuisance. Lock. No, I didn't want to approach. Let's get back onto approach here, and let's get back onto locking these guys up. Lock. Oh, actually, yeah. I don't think I'm going to need to. Alright, well, focus fire on there. Okay, my other two ravens are now in range of this guy. He's got lots of shield extenders, but the amount of DPS going in means that those shield extenders were going to go burn off extremely quickly. Again, for me, I have thought about putting a shield extender on instead of the DCU. I may still do that, but at the moment I find the DCU is handier just in certain circumstances. But I do have a lot of resists. Well, the other thing is the DCU does give some passive resists as well, which on top of the 3 hardeners just makes it a little bit harder and gives my active shield tank a bit more time. If I take that off, I lose a little bit of resists, but I still have decent resists, and that shield extender then takes quite a long time for people to chew through. So I'm in 2 minds about it. I might try it at some stage. Okay, so that's the second flight done. Again, both pretty easy so far. Hope I get a kind of more meaty map battle for you guys to watch. We'll see how it goes. Okay, again, this looks like from the outset like another one I don't have to worry too much about, because yet again there is another Condor here. There's a Stabber and a Phantasm. I think I will go for the Phantasm first. I think he's going to be speed tanking, so maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should just kill off the Stabber, but let me get my target painters on him. He might get a nasty surprise. He is coming in pretty quick. I will lock up the Stabber just in case, and he's coming in pretty quick as well. So we shall see. Let me just start orbiting my own guys again. There's no need to run away here. The incoming damage is going to be too small. I am hitting the Phantasm, albeit not for very much at the moment. I will put my damage mods on and see if that makes much of a difference. Okay, he is coming into... Well, actually, maybe I'll switch onto that Stabber, because the Stabber is in web range. Well, the Stabber is moving out of web range. Well, let me get my drones onto this guy anyway, because I think he'll be a little bit surprised with that. Okay, he's staying at 16 kilometers, so I can't actually get webs onto him yet, but let's just see. Yeah, he's doing a good job. I could kill that Stabber pretty quickly. I'm just waiting to see. He's in web range of all 3 accounts. Okay, I think let's... the Stabber's just drifted out again. Well, we are chewing... I'm sort of reluctant, because we are chewing through the other guy pretty quickly. The Condor is also... Okay, I think what's going to happen here is we're going to focus fire on the Stabber. Focus fire, stick a web on. Focus fire, web on. Let's get my target painters on there as well. Yeah, Stabber's going to go quick. And then let's lock up the Condor. And then we'll just take our time to kill the Phantasm. Okay, let's get him. Blah, blah. Blah. Focus fire. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, okay, I think he's screwed. Okay, yeah. So it's just this guy now. And again, he's not even breaking through my active shield tank. What I'm going to do is, again, it's going to take a little while to kill him. So I am going to just approach the central beacon. Just in case he's just going to play around and stay at range. He'll be forced in eventually. But as you can see, I am slowly wearing him down. I just check my drones. Oh, he has killed a couple of my drones, so I will pop those back in. And let's pop that one back in. And focus fire again. Let's get those going. Let's check the others. Yeah, those are still running. And those are still running. So he just killed these two, which is the faster ones. So he knows what he's doing. He killed off my faster drones. Yeah, so you can see here the drones are chasing around pretty well. I am getting some shots on my guns. Actually, I'm not sure what the range on my Nosferatu is, but I'll stick those on as well. And again, damage control. Let's see. No, he's not killed them now. He's probably too busy. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but he suddenly, I think one of my missile salvos must have just kind of landed sweetly. So there we go. Unless he just decided to kill himself, which I guess I've done a few times when I've been in fights. I know I'm definitely going to lose. Might as well just get on to the next one. So that's the kind of, I think that's the third one tonight. We're up to 17 minutes. I'll definitely do at least one more, probably two more, and then the third one we'll see on the timing. I want to try and keep it below 25 minutes total. So we'll see how these two go. Okay, so we've got Dominic's, a Raven and a Hurricane. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll take the Hurricane first. And we will lock up the Dominic's. No need to run away at all at the beginning. Let's get my target painters on him. Again, he's pretty zoomy Hurricane, so I'll just see what my damage is like going into this guy. If it's not too good, then I will just simply... So a lot of damage coming in. It might be from that Raven. Maybe I'll hit the Raven next. I'm not too worried about the... Yeah, the Hurricane is pretty zoomy. I think, yeah, I'm going to switch to the Dominic's. Switch to Dominic's, and I will hit the Hurricane afterwards. I will lock up the Raven as well, because there's definitely damage coming in, sweet damage. I've got a feeling this Raven, because the damage coming in is a lot more than I'd expect from a Dominic's. I think... Yeah, let's see. And let's just do some orbiting here. Because they've actually got me to have shields on one of my Ravens. I mean, once the Domi goes down, which is going to be very soon, then so let's get ready to hit the Raven as the next primary. They've got me down to about 20%. I've got a feeling that this Raven is probably not very tanky, because the amount of damage coming in, I don't think that was all by the Dominic's alone. I think that must be the Raven. It's a tanky Raven. So let me get everything onto him. Actually, some of my target painters are still on the Hurricane. Yeah, I don't think the Raven is very tanky at all, because I just hit him for 7,000 first hit, and that means his shield extenders are not going to last very long. Yeah, so everything is now on there. And that Raven, I think he doesn't realize I've got webs. He's thinking he can zoom around there and do shit. Okay, they're actually got me into armor now on on one of my Ravens, but I think this Raven is going to go down now. He's taking some serious damage. They've almost got me into structure. Again, I think most of that's coming in from the Raven. Okay, that's down. Okay, surprise, Hurricane. There you go. All those webs. Bang on the damage control. Let's approach. So all that kind of zooming around at the beginning, and he's kind of wasted it by just coming in here. There you go. So saved me a lot of time and effort by doing that. All right, so again, another pretty quick one. They were putting out a lot of damage. That Raven was putting out a lot of damage. I should have gone for him earlier. But again, I do find Dominic's, even if they're tanked, still die quickly. So, and I know from my own ships that Ravens can be quite tough. Raven Strikers can be quite tough to chew through. They've got a lot of EHP. All right, so let's confirm. Let's start. And let's see what we get next. We're on 21 minutes now. If this is a quick one, I might do one more. If this takes a bit longer, then this might be the last one for tonight. And let's see what we get here. Okay, so a Rattlesnake. Oh no. Okay, so this is probably going to be the last fight for the night, and it's probably going to be a loss because I see a Nightmare, and I see a Rattlesnake, and I see a Vindicator. So what I am going to do is, where are they? I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to move away from these guys because I want to keep at range for as long as I can. There's no damage coming in. Yeah, this is a shield. Again, I'm not really doing any damage. I'm going to put on my damage mods now. So all three of my ships should be. Let's just do. Let's have a look. So we'll see if I can slowly chew through this Nightmare. It just depends on how tanked he is. I have gone through Nightmares before. While I've got my 3 Ravens, they obviously don't have prop mods, so they're going to be moving quite slowly. And I can stick on my ballistics again. I have to say this guy's looking a little bit squishy. If I can keep at range, I mean obviously I have to move back in at some point. There's no real damage coming in. I don't even know who they're shooting at, because what I'm going to do is turn off the. I'm going to turn off the. Who are they shooting at? I think they're shooting me actually. Yeah, is it? Yeah, red box there. So Harden is the primary, so I'll leave his tank running. But the others I will turn off. So the Nightmare is now at is going down. He's got his shield extenders. He's going to go through another cycle of those. But if I can stay out at range, I'm going to have to turn around and go back in at some point. But if I can keep moving away from them, keep them in that range, and I'm going to get my damage controls on again in a second. So I'll be doing a little bit more damage. And again, if I can take this guy down, this Nightmare down, then they are screwed. In fact, then I'm going to take the Vindi next. I'll just lock him up in preparation. Okay, so they're actually hitting, sorry, they've changed target, they're hitting, and they have actually reduced me now to about, they've taken off about 80% of shields on one of them. They're doing quite a decent amount of damage. But again, you can see now that Nightmare is now into armor. We've got the Vindi locked next. I've got a feeling the Vindi is going to be a max damage Vindi, sniper Vindi. I'm going to put on some more ballistic controls. Again, I don't have that option on the Harden account because Harden's slightly more tanked. Please don't use that against me. If you do come up against me, and the Nightmare is down. So, okay, onto the Vindicator. Now the Rattlesnake, again, we'll have to see how tanked the Rattlesnake is. But the Vindi, I would expect, is a damaged Vindi. I'll keep drifting out for now. Again, once I get to that line there, I will start moving back in. I want to get the Vindicator out of the way first. And now they are hitting here, so they seem to be shooting different targets. Maybe they're all at different ranges. And I haven't got any of my ballistics on at the moment. Actually, I can turn one on now. And I'll get the second one going in a second. I did have some people asking whether I was using striker mode. But striker mode, I found even against nightmares, even webbed and painted, you're still, the damage is actually less than just regular. It just is useless on missiles. It's something I do, well, I can't complain too much. These Ravens are pretty good, but at the same time, the fact that the Apoc striker has a good striker mode, every other ship has a good striker mode, but basically the Ravens is just useless, is pretty bad. Okay, so I am going to approach now. They are shooting. They seem to keep changing. Okay, I definitely need to move back in towards that boundary. I am a little bit closer than I should be. Let's just all approach. Hopefully I can do enough damage to this Rattlesnake on the way in. He's not going to take someone down. Yeah, okay, let me turn off my damage mod there. Let's just make sure everyone is moving in. I don't want to lose someone to the boundary. So, and again, stick on my ballistics. A couple of ballistics there. And yeah, let's get in there. Again, I'm not going to bother killing those two heavy drones. Yeah, I have one ship at 89. It looks uncomfortably close to the boundary. There's the boundary there. One of my ships is not far away at all. I just have to hope that we can stay away from it. Again, this Rattlesnake is not looking super tanky either. I'm just about to cycle with 3 ballistics again. So, one on each ship. The ballistics, I've got reasonable missile skills, so basically I can't have them running the entire fight. With 2, I can't have them on constantly, but I can have them on for a good chunk, which pushes my DPS over 3,000 DPS on each ship when they're running. And the Rattlesnake will die shortly. Okay, so there we go. So we're up to 27 minutes now. Well, we had 5 pretty easy fights and then a bit of a toughie at the end. So as you can see, the nightmares are reasonably squishy. Well, they're not reasonably squishy. I do lose most of the time. If I'm going to lose a fight, it definitely is to a nightmare team, but they can be beaten. I actually kind of think if you had 3 Apocs in striker mode with a reasonable tank, again doing a lot more DPS than my Ravens at range, and just drifting out, just kind of pounding that nightmare, I think you would have good success with that as well. The only problem is 3 Apocs set up like that are kind of easy meat for other people like me, for instance. I can normally take down those teams quite easily now. So anyway, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you enjoyed the nightmare kill. As I said, I did. I always like killing those now. Yeah, please do like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Good night. Take care. Bye.